In The Last of Us, the world was devastated by a mutated strain of the Cordyceps fungus, turning humans into aggressive, mindless infected. Society collapsed within weeks. Governments fell, cities were quarantined, and what remained splintered into isolated zones, survivalist groups, and ruthless factions. Nature began to overtake urban landscapes, and, in the silence that followed, a new world emerged, hostile, chaotic, and unforgiving. In a world overrun by the infected, where trust is rare and survival is everything, relationships matter more than ever. And at the heart of it all is Joel Miller. Joel is a hardened survivor, shaped by a life of violence and tragedy. Before the world fell apart, he had a daughter, Sarah Miller, a bright and gentle soul who meant everything. But when the outbreak began, Sarah was taken from him in one of the first devastating moments of the New World. That loss changed Joel forever. Joel's younger brother, Tommy, once fought alongside, but the two eventually drifted apart. Tommy married Maria Miller, strong leader and co-founder of the Jackson community. Then there's Tess Seraphites, Joel's smuggling partner in Boston. Tough, smart, and capable. Everything changes when Joel meets Ellie, a teenage girl born into the apocalypse. Ellie never knew the world before. She's rough around the edges, quick-witted and guarded, but beneath that is a deep vulnerability, shaped by loss after loss. Over time, Joel and Ellie form an unbreakable bond. Through Joel, Ellie meets Bill, a paranoid but resourceful survivor. Bill helps them out of necessity, not kindness, forming a fragile alliance on the other side. The Cordyceps fungus is the true catalyst of the apocalypse. It doesn't kill its host right away. It grows while the person is still alive, warping their mind and body through 4 stages. Stage 1 starts within 2 days of infection. The host loses all higher brain function, becoming hyper-aggressive and unable to think or reason. In this stage, the infected are referred to as runners. Stage 2 comes within 2 weeks. The fungus begins taking over the host's face, especially the eyes, impairing their vision. These are the Stalker. After about a year, the infection enters stage 3. The fungus blinds the host completely, covering their face in thick growth. This stage is called the clickers. But the rarest and most terrifying are stage 4, Bloater. These infected have survived for over a decade, their bodies covered in hardened fungal armor. Some can even throw explosive spores. On the other side, and after Ellie grew up, she made Dina her girlfriend. Dina is the sister of Talia. Talia lost her parents at age 10 and raised her younger sister, Dina, on her own. That made her strong and protective. Dina later had a son, Jay, with her ex-boyfriend, Jess, but her heart belonged to Ellie. The two grew close during their time in Jackson, and Ellie eventually became Jage's adoptive mother. Another of Ellie's important relationships is with Riley Abel, close friend. In a world ruled by fear and military control, the Fireflies rose as a revolutionary militia fighting for freedom. They opposed Phaedra's oppression, believing society could be rebuilt, but only through extreme action. At their center was Marlene, the group's leader, determined to find a cure for the infection. That hope came in the form of Ellie, the only known immune person. To save humanity, Marlene entrusted the task to Jerry Anderson, the Fireflies' head surgeon, and father to Abby. Abby, a skilled and ruthless soldier, was once in a relationship with Owen Moore, another fire. But Owen eventually moved on and found comfort in Mel. Still, Abby was never alone. Manny and Ethan, fellow Fireflies, stood by her as friends and fighters. Another person among the Fireflies is Eugene Linden, who was Jesse's first patrol partner. The Fireflies believed they were saving the world, but in The Last of Us, even good intentions can lead to tragedy. Another major faction is the Seraphites, often called Scars by outsiders. They believe the infection was divine punishment for humanity's sins, and now strive to live in harmony with nature, rejecting all forms of modern technology. Guided by the teachings of a prophet, they live in isolated communities, praying the same way she did. Yara and Lev were born into this faith. Their mother raised them to follow the Seraphite path, but belief doesn't always bring peace. Lev's identity challenged the group's strict traditions, leading the siblings to question everything they were taught and to flee for survival. In Kansas City, the people rose up. Tired of Fedra's brutality, they overthrew their oppressors and took control of the quarantine zone. From that victory came the Kansas City Resistance, led by Kathleen Coughlin. But peace didn't follow, only more blood. Perry, a former soldier, became Kathleen's right hand. Others joined their cause too. Anthony, a skilled sniper, and Bryan, a young fighter raised alongside his father in the resistance. They fought for freedom. But in the chaos that followed, they became just as ruthless as the regime they replaced. And that's the world of The Last of Us, a brutal, broken place where love, loss, and survival shape every choice. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to explore more worlds like this, from anime power systems to video game lore, be sure to check out my other videos on the channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.